Top of the top. What up, y'all? I know this is like a spare to moment live stream. I decided to do it for the simple fact that I thought it was necessary to do it. So, most of y'all are celebrating the New Year's. I hope y'all brought it in safe. I hope y'all brought it in sound. I hope y'all brought it in healthy. But for me, January 1st is more significant in the fact that it is actually Haitian Independence Day. And for those of y'all who have been rocking with me for a while, I will say that, you know, Haitians have played a big part with me in terms of me coming to America. For one, you know, I usually got mistaken for Haitian. That that usually just happened like more on more than one occasion. Are you Haitian? Are you Haitian? And I'm like, uh, no, I'm not, but I rock with y'all. And so when I did the history of Haiti, because the thing is we are often painted this picture of Haiti that is so inaccurate that we never get the truth unless we dig for the truth. That's the problem. You know. Happy Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. So when we look at Haiti, like I remember one time I was watching uh, I saw a clip and there was this tele evangelist. His name was Pat Robinson, right? So I'm watching this clip, and then Pat Robinson's gonna say that, oh, Haiti has suffered a vicious hurricane. And I think the reason why that is that, Haiti was once in control by the French. And so when the French controlled Haiti, they did a good job. But then the Haitians rose up and they made a deal with the devil to say, okay, if you worship me, then I will make you guys free. And Pat Robinson upsetted me so damn much with that for the simple fact that he left out the fact that Haiti was a slavery economy under the French. He left out the fact of the horrific things that the French did to Haitian slaves. And he left out the fact that, Duty Boukman, Rahmatullah Alayhi, actually said that the God of he said something to the effect that the God of the white man um, is evil and that our God is pure and would never have people enslaved. So, we're always painted this misinformation of Haiti. We're always like Haiti is looked at as a poor third world country, but the reality is that Haiti is just mismanaged. Okay, that's the problem. When you look at it, it has natural resources there. It has edible land there. It has, I believe, it also has oil there, if I'm not mistaken. So it has everything needed to be a very progressive country. But unfortunately, it has, you know, United States imperialism all over it. So it could never get ahead. It's the same similar situation in which we have in Africa. We have like you know We have resources, we have land, we have brilliant minds, but we just don't have the leadership, okay, to lead us of to lead us straight so we can be self-sufficient and away from the system that keeps on imprisoning us mentally, economically, and socially, right? Same thing with IAT. You know, it's sad to say that with IAT, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go there. I'm really gonna go there. I'm actually reading a book right now about Dessalines. And, you know, Dessalines was done up for the simple fact that his vision of IAT being a communal country didn't line up with Mulatto's vision of IAT. You know, it's sad to say that, you know, with I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it. I gotta say it, man. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it, man. Usually, when mulattoes have white fathers, they tend to lean towards their father's thinking. And that's the case in Haiti. I've read in plenty of books that mulattoes would think of themselves superior to pure Black Haitians of predominantly African ancestry. Top of the top in the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. And unfortunately, because of this superiority complex, IAT has suffered. And the revolution, unfortunately, was never complete. That's the problem. It never was completed. Dessalines, he completed the military part of it. Toussaint Louverture, they created the military part was completed. Okay. The problem was the social economic part wasn't completed. You know, they didn't really have time. And so, because they didn't have time, this allowed a few dissenters who enjoyed a privileged status under the colonial power, be it that they had French, they have French fathers, right? They have French fathers, so you know how that works, right? If I'm not mistaken, in that slave society, if you're born with a French father, I think you were considered free, if I'm not mistaken, from my readings. So, you know, that's why Haiti has self-destructed, you know. That's why it hasn't reached its potential. That's one of the reasons, right? But when I look at Haiti, though, I look up as an extension of myself, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, before the Haitian Revolution even kicked off, okay, before that whole process kicked off, you had two men by the name of Duty Boukman and Francois Mackendal, Rahmatullah alayhi. May Allah have mercy on both of them. Um, they were from my region in Africa, okay? They were militant men, though. They were also men of high spirituality, okay? And because of that, it instilled in the slave population that, hey, we can actually do this. The thing is about Mackendal is he was a herbalist. I believe he knew music. I believe he was definitely fluent in Arabic. He knew how to make talisman. Um, he did miracles, you know, and he was very much like a savage with a machete, despite the fact of having one of his hands or arms severed uh, with the sugar mill accident. Okay, we move on to Duty Boukman, who was a man of letters, you know, very well read, high spirituality as well. And this high spirituality was the basis of their movement. The thing is, when we look at this whole thing, that's what they're afraid of. When they talk about voodoo and all this other stuff, it's mostly fear, okay? That's what it is. But when you uncover what's being done and whatnot, you'll realize that it's nothing but belief in one deity and using the things that that the deity has provided you. Mind you, there's good and bad spirits that can be summoned in voodoo, but if your intentions are pure, good will be summoned. And you have to understand, abolition is a pure intention, you know. Nobody is born enslaved by nature. What the hell, right? So we move on, you know, there's, and unfortunately, you'll always have these people. You'll always have them amongst your rank, unfortunately. um, in the case of Mackendal, you know, one slave actually informed upon him and let the French know this is what he was planning to do, that he was planning insurgency. And when the French got wind of it, they burned him to the stake. I believe, I believe that Duty Boukman, rocking to Allah lay, I believe he was slain in battle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was slain in battle. But then you fast forward and you move on to Toussaint Louverture, who, you know, at first he was actually comfortable where what he was at. But then he saw what was going on around him and he's like, yo, this has to change. You know, people of my complexion are being enslaved and being treated lower than me. And so, believe it or not, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with Toussaint Louverture, he got military training from the French, if I'm not mistaken. So he kind of used their own things against them when he revolted and rose up. Okay. And that's exactly what happened. Fast forward to Jean or Dessalines. It's said that, I don't know what the accurate story is, but someone said that his father is a Bambara stock, and Bambara is one of the biggest tribes in Mali. You find them in Mali, you find them in Mauritania. That's what someone said his father was. Some say that he was actually born in Guinea and brought there. I don't know. So they continued on. And the thing is about this revolution that made it significant, they took on three superpowers, okay? They whooped the French's ass, they whooped the British's ass, and they also whooped the Spaniards' ass, okay? That's an amazing feat from people who were enslaved, okay? So, as a result of this, in 1804, we have a Black Republic, you know, the first Black Republic in the Atlantic. But I want to segue to something. This is the thing that must be said. The spirit of rebellion has always been amongst us Black people, no matter where you're from, no matter if you're in Africa, no matter if you're in the Caribbean, no matter if you are in North America, it was always in our DNA. Before the Haitian Revolution, many people don't know that abolition of slavery was taking place right on the continent of Africa. Um, it started with one of my great grandfathers, Suleiman Bell, alayhi rahmatullah. What happened with him is this happened in the Senegal River Valley. And what happened was the Moors, I'm talking about the white Arabs who were financed by the British, they were slave raiding. So Suleiman Ball, rahmatullah, he's like, nah, it's not going down like that. So what he did is he whooped the Arabs' asses, right? After he whooped the Arabs' asses, he got slain. And then another predecessor came. His name was Abdul Qadir Khan, rahmatullah alayh, and he continued to whoop the Arabs' asses. So for those people who say that Africans were complicit in the Arab slave trade, you guys can go fire because that's far from the truth. Okay. And so we fast forward, and this is all before the Haitian Revolution. We move on to Uthman Danfodio, rahmatullah alayh. When they started slave raiding his people, he's like, we don't got nothing to talk about. We frontlining these niggas. And that's exactly what they did. Now, unfortunately, some of those slaves were casualties and they were brought over to Haiti. So what do you think is going to happen when they're already coming from conflict and they're going to another conflict? Do you think they're just going to be peaceful? Hell no. They're going to turn it up there too. And that's exactly what they did. Right? So, and again, I hate to say this, but when you're in a privileged background, you usually don't want things to change. You usually don't want the order of the day to change. And when the order of the day is shaken up, you feel threatened and you decide to side with the enemy. And so as I read more into this book, it's the book, I have it with me. It's also actually called Jean-Jacques Dessalines' words from beyond the grave. when I when I when I read more into this book, man, it's just sad because little unknowing to me, it was actually mulattoes who agreed that French was owed reparations. They actually agreed that French was owed reparations from Haiti. My question is, how was French owed reparations from Haiti when it was the cause of so much terror, when it was the cause of slavery? Why would you pay them back? I would have, man, if I was there, I would have been like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all the ones who caused this shit. Why should I pay you back? I don't give a shit about your crops or your economy being collapsed. How did your economy start? By the labor, the unwilling labor of Black people. So when we fast forward, unfortunately, when we fast forward, we look at Haiti and it has never been, it has never quite been sovereign because I don't know what dates exactly the United States occupied it, and Lord knows what they did there. They didn't do anything good, put it that way, because they were trying to do what they did in Puerto Rico. It didn't work in Cuba. It didn't work in Haiti, but it worked in Puerto Rico. That's the problem, you know. And it's still going on in Puerto Rico, actually. So, you know, I will say this. This is the one thing I will say. Through all my interactions with Haitians, okay? And again, I hate to say this. Mulatto ones have said, oh, you're African? That's the response I've gotten for the most part. The Black ones, the pure Black ones have been like, oh, you're fam. You know, you're pretty much Zoe as well. We'll ride for you. You know, when I was back in my ignorant nigga days, those were some of the first niggas who I can count on to ride with me. As a matter of fact, it was a Haitian who gave me my first cutlass when I got to this country. That shit was long as shit. And I still have it to this day, actually. You know, I have it in my closet in case someone wants some drama, you know. So there's always been a communalism with me and Haitians, you know. The thing is, they're for the most part they're humble, chill, but when it's front line, they're gonna ride, you know, and that's one thing I can appreciate so much. You know, keep it solid 110% of the time, and you'll have my loyalty to you. And so that's what they've shown me. Um, you know, unfortunately, this will ruffle a lot of feathers, but you know, back in the day, because of the propaganda machine against Haiti, a lot of Africans descended in this country, you know, they went hard on Haitians, you know, a lot of the time, you know, certain, as a matter of fact, I had one Haitian friend, you know, he told me that, yeah, you know, to avoid like catching phase all the time, he said he would just say he's Jamaican instead of Haitian. And I'm like, oh, I understand, you know, I feel where you're coming from, bro, you know. And so, you know, that was one of the things. But when we look at what Haitians have done, you know, I mean, they have covered, they have showed resiliency, they have showed perseverance. And a lot of the big big timers are Haitian. For example, DJ Wu Kid, he's of Haitian descent. I believe Future, he's of Haitian descent. Um, Wyclef John, he's of Haitian descent. Who else? She was this female rapper, but she don't really rap no more. I think Jackie O, she was of Haitian descent as well. I think she was signed for Jay-Z briefly. That girl from Jamie Foxx show, she's Haitian, but she married to the white dude, so I kind of canceled her. Although she's pretty, she's canceled. And there's many others who are Haitian. Um, I didn't know Michael Epps was Haitian. I had no idea about that. Thank you, Lilian, for telling me that. In the boxing world, which I'm involved in, you have some Haitian fighters. I had one on my channel before. Sonny, his name's Sonny Durlon. He's Haitian. Um, Inshallah, I'm gonna have another Haitian fighter on here by the name of Richardson Hitchens. He's a Haitian boxer. Um, I believe that Erickson Lubin, he's Haitian. Jean Pascal, he's Haitian. I'm not a fan of his style though. That nigga be throwing wild ass winging punches like sloppily. So I'm not really a fan of him, but he's still much respect to him. He's still Zoe. And there's many others throughout the fields. And yeah, it's sad because Donald Trump will come and call it a shithole country, but not do the history of why it's that way, and not realize that this country is responsible for it being that way, or partly responsible for it being the way it is. You know that the problem with this country is quick to call out like things that are wrong with other countries, but it won't take responsibility for it causing what's wrong with what's going on in other countries. That's one thing I know this country to do, and then at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, but I had to do this live stream, man. I have to. I'm actually considering myself, because I'm gonna be honest with you right now. LA is batshit crazy. Niggas are getting shot every day here. Okay. I stay far away from the shit, but I be hearing every single day another homie's dead. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I need to change the energy. Well, the problem with the handouts is they weren't really handouts. They were traps. Because I'm going to tell you something about that. With Haiti, when you see all these NGOs, when you see these Red Cross and shit like that, a lot of times those things aren't going to the people and to build houses or anything. A lot of times those are going to like private businesses and things of that nature. And then you have a lot of these quote unquote missionaries, and they're not involved in missionary work at all. What they're involved in is child trafficking and child pedophilia and the like thereof, and raping and things of that nature. So that's the problem with Haiti. And if I were Haiti, I would cancel that right off back. I wouldn't allow the Red Cross there anymore. I wouldn't allow NGOs to set up shop. I would do that shit myself. The only countries that I can say have been good to Haiti have been Venezuela and also Cuba, because they have been going through the same things. And there are a lot of Cubans of Haitian descent as well. Same with Venezuela. Now, let's talk about that. I'm going longer than I expected, but things keep on coming to my head. But let's talk about that, okay? I kid you not. If you come across a Dominican, if you come across a Dominican, okay, and this happened to me before. One Dominican guy said, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from Africa, bro. I got family in like 3 places in Africa." He's like, "Oh, thank God you're not a Haitian." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Okay, where did that come from, fool?" And I was about to tell him about himself, that y'all are the same people, and you really need to cut that shit out. Because the sad thing about Dominicans is they don't realize that Haiti helped their asses out many of times. As a matter of fact, they fought together to beat the Spanish. So if it wasn't for Haiti, y'all probably wouldn't have beat the Spanish. As a matter of fact, this is what's crazy. When that rascal Rafael Trujillo massacred Haitians, niggas don't know that he was a mulatto and that he practiced voodoo. He just told other people not to do it. But he was a practitioner. He did that shit. So when you see this anti-Haitian sentiment amongst Dominicans, it like boils my head. Y'all are the same damn people, but yet you got so much animosity towards someone who shares the same island with you. Okay? That makes no sense at all to me. The reason why I say they're the same people is for the simple fact. The only difference is there was more Spanish colonialism on one side of the island, and then there was more French colonialism on the other side of the island. That's the only difference. Let me take it a step further. In a lot of Latin American countries, not just Dominican Republic, they have like jokes about Haitians. And I'm like, okay, bro, y'all niggas need to stop. Do you know that if it wasn't for Haiti, that Ecuador wouldn't be free, that Venezuela wouldn't be sovereign, that Bolivia wouldn't be sovereign, that Colombia wouldn't be sovereign? Simon Bolivar went to Haiti to say, yo, we can't beat these Spaniards. We need help. Do you know that Haiti provided men, that Haiti provided guns, that Haiti provided ships for this task to be carried out? And Simon Bolivar said, well, how can we pay you back? You know, he simply answered, I don't need money. But when you guys free some slaves, that's paying me back. That's all he said. But to be honest, I really don't know if he kept his end of the bargain, unfortunately. You know. But with all this being said, shout outs to Haiti. Shout outs to my Zoes. I love y'all for real. I really do love y'all. As a matter of fact, y'all, there were some sticky situations that y'all helped me through. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, you know, I didn't have time, unfortunately, to prepare myself for the soup jomu. You know, I was thinking, shit, maybe I make soup jomu, but since it's short notice, I just do Haitian spaghetti. You know, I do Haitian spaghetti style today. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I should make a video of that shit because it's just spaghetti at the end of the day. But anyhow, whoever tuned in, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate that. You know, I think I'm gonna up my equipment and start doing this shit more often, but I think I need to get some more equipment. I think I need to level up. So I think I'm gonna get a MacBook, some podcast equipment, invest in that shit, like maybe level up with this shit, you know. It's just I don't be really having time. But these things I like to talk about because nobody else talk about them, really. That's what separates me from these quote unquote woke Negroes. I talk about shit based in facts. I don't talk about shit based in like ideologies with no proof. My shit is factual. This shit actually happened. We can take lessons from this shit, especially in our day and age. And I'm taking the lessons already. You know, I'm taking the lessons. You know, I'm going to read a quote from this book. Okay. That's why I read and I encourage reading. Okay. Now, read this excerpt from the book. Okay. Let me see. It said, and I'm reading this from the book. Okay. The idea behind all this is to make people understand how the future of a people depends on their way of thinking. That is to say, for the people to progress, they must be consistent with themselves and with their thought. If we dissect this, most of these conscious Negroes wouldn't qualify because they're definitely not consistent with their motherfucking thoughts. First, they're Ados, then they're Moorish Egyptians, and then there's some other shit. Okay. Let's just be honest. Okay. And then it goes on to say, in our Haitian reality, we cannot progress without knowing ourselves and being in harmony with our thought or vision of the world. True. Okay, there was one more thing I wanted to read. Okay, let me see. And in this book, it actually says that the mulattoes went to France once the revolution was successful. Okay, it says they actually went to France, by the way, the mulattoes. Okay, let me see real quick. Okay, I think that's all for now that I'm going to read. I don't know if someone wants to buy this book and then we can have discussions of this book. I would be open to that. It's on Amazon. I believe it's like only, I think it's like $26, $27. If you want to buy this book, we can, I would be open to a book club or like to Zoom calls discussing this book and then we can like derive ideas from this book, and then put those ideas on the ground. If you so choose to do, I'm inviting people to this. If not, I'm just going to keep on reading this book myself and applying the things that I learned from it. Okay, but I already learned two things based on those statements. You know, no, it is not. It is Jean Jacques Dessalines' words from beyond the grave. That's the name of the book. The artist is the author is John Sennett Flutter. But with that being said, I got to make a run to the store to prepare this spaghetti that I'm gonna cook. I do love y'all too. Don't get it twisted. I love all black people. Okay. I don't care where you're from. I care about your character. And if your character is messed up, then I'm gonna go in on you. I don't care who you are or where your place of origin is. So if you're a fuck nigga like Nature Boy, like Tariq Nasheed, like Brother Polite, who happens to be black, I'm gonna go in on you. And same with Stooges in Africa as well. I'm gonna go in on you, regardless, okay? But if you're a solid nigga, then we have no problems, and that's it. And I had to get that point across because some people have been thinking that I'm anti quote unquote African American. That's not the truth at all. But if you're like one of those ADOS niggas and you show me that energy, of course I'm gonna give that energy back to you, fool. That's just how it works. Okay? You get what you pay for. That's how that shit works, man. Well, anyhow, man, I'm gonna go. Thank y'all for tuning in. And Sak Passe and Jarama. Did a death. Boron Tuba.